Ladies and gentlemen, rock aficionados from all around the world, welcome to the MPJ New Rock Album Review Show. I'm Nigel, and with me today is Trish, the Skion of Fate, which is Chris, the Axon Vixen, which is Lauren, the Angie, JD, Andy, and Falcon Star. I'm reading your names on your photographs, Paul. Welcome, gang!
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. We reviewed the latest rock albums, rated 1 to 5, see if they get into our Hall of Fame, maybe even our Golden Halls, which is our top 50 albums, and our top 15 albums, which will be our legendary albums. Let's find out, because today's offering is none other than the Amazons and 21st Century Fiction. Start with the Queen of Amazons. It's rock chick Trish.
I'll take that. Thanks. So I've been following and am a fan of the Amazons ever since I saw them playing at the Boiler Room in Guildford many years ago.
Wow.
And I've seen their journey and how their music has progressed and playing bigger venues and festivals. So I was eagerly anticipating this new album and what direction they were going to take with it. Well, this album has seen them take a mature direction, both musically, lyrically, and vocally. It's like they have looked back over the years and evaluated and taken their music to the next level. There are hints of rival sons on some tracks, especially in the guitar and production. This is an absolute stonking banger of an album. I love it. It's upbeat. It's an album you can have on repeat easily. I can't wait to see them in Southampton in October playing some of the songs from this album. I can't pick a favourite track as they are all class. This album is not fiction, it's fact, all the way through from start to finish.
Ooh. Paul, are we going to continue on this positive vibe? What did you think of Amazons?
Let's throw in the white towel. Yeah, I don't think I can follow Trish's comments. Yeah, so I just yeah, I know Amazons is something that you wake up to every morning. You know, we're imagining surrounded by them, but these are not that type of Amazon. Anyway, the Amazons were about to release their new album when the guitarist stumbled upon a new sound for the band, which excited them so much that they completely rewrote the album with this new sound. And as Matt said, his manager was going up the wall, his bank balance was going down the tube, and so forth. So it took a huge gamble in doing this. For the project, they had Ellen McRobb accompany them throughout, and which the lead singer Matt Thomson said she made him up his game, and I'm glad they made that decision to run with this, as it enhanced the whole sound of the album. There's plenty of haunting alternative rock here, which will turn heads at any festival. And although this is not a perfect album, it has plenty of strengths for me to recommend 21st Century Fiction to any rock fan.
What was the sound they changed, Paul?
Well, the sound that they were doing, which was kind of like just ordinary alternative rock, but they put this like fuzz guitar sound.
It was like a buzz guitar, you were telling me, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's when he stumbled on and he played it, and the whole band got excited. And that's what he said. Instead of sticking out the same old stuff that they've been churning out, they all got excited by this, and they just rewrote everything, all the songs and everything. So, yeah.
Andy, what did you think?
Oh, it's a list and a half, wasn't it? It was really good, really strong, really powerful. It does bring to mind, like, yeah, that sort of like top end now of sort of like British rock. Yeah, it stands up there with sort of like bands like Raw Blood and Big Sam Crows, which we reviewed last time. It's a powerful, dark, interesting album. It's got varied on it. I'm going to pick out the track which I like the most, which was Jay Bought a Gun. The guitar on that is filthy, absolutely filthy. Really good, really strong. Loved it. Very good.
Which album was it? Which song was that? Did you say?
Jay Bought a Gun.
The
guitar on that. Oh,
yeah, it is good. She's smiling. Look, she's smiling. Lauren.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow. This album was something else for me. I absolutely loved it. And it's one of those things where, thinking about it, so originally I was on the other stage for this month because it had Sleep Token and all that sort of stuff. All the stuff that I know very well and would be able to talk about endlessly. And I was like, some other people wanted to have a look at it, and I was like, do you know what? I listen to this all the time. You go do that. And Nige popped me on this stage. I could not be happier if I tried, because the Amazons, like, had never heard of them. They'd not been on my radar, but oh my god, like, this album just, like, I loved it. I loved every bit of it. It sort of harked back to me, like, I used to really listen to, like, Catfish and the Bottlemen quite a lot, and it's the sort of thing where I really liked that. But then listening to this album, I even turned to Nige in the car on the way back from a show we were working and went, this is what I wished they sounded like. It has got everything in it that I want. It pulled on other styles, and they blended them in beautifully, and it elevated the songs. The flow of the album was excellent. Normally, I'm not a fan of, like, intermission or interlude tracks that don't really do much, but, like, Panic, Shake Me Down, and Intermission, they just enhance how the album flowed. Lyrically, it was awesome. Pitch Black was my favourite song. Like, normally, like, my stank face is reserved to when I'm listening to, like, really hard metal, but I just found myself sat there listening to them to this thing, like, Maybe You Won't Miss Me If I'm Not Around, just going, yeah, really loving it. I can't get over how much I love this album. The whole thing has made it into my regular rotation, and good lord, it is just absolutely sensational. I can't wait to listen to it again.
Wowzers, Chris. Now you've agreed pretty much with Lauren the whole way through these episodes.
Yeah.
Will that continue?
Well, so in fairness, we disagreed in Counting Crows.
Yeah.
We did disagree quite severely in Counting Crows.
Sorry.
We're back on form for this time. So yeah, I really enjoyed this as well. Everyone has said most of what I was going to say as well. There's so much here that is done so well that it starts off with an orchestral opening. You go into more sort of country over time. So there's some electronic, I think, with the buzz guitar that we were talking about. But unlike Speaker Wars from earlier in the other recording, it actually works really well here. They've put a whole load of stuff in, but they've blended it well. It hangs together. Joe Brought a Gun, again, first track that I wrote down the name for. I love Pitch Black as well. The closer, Go All the Way, is just a brilliant end to an album. It's almost spot on. I didn't get on so well with the sort of the intermission tracks, the little breaks. I get what they're there for, and I understand where they're coming from, but there are other albums that have done it better, I think. And going really back into history, I look back over when we did the Planet Zero review for Shinedown, and they had a load of intermissions and stuff scattered through the album, and that was just to sort of take the story forward. It was done better there than it was here, so I liked the attempt for it, but it just didn't work as well for me. One of the things that I do have to say, this was a month entirely without Growler for me, and this was the album that I thought would bring it, and so I was so relieved when it didn't, because this is just it really tickled the sweet spot, I think.
Yeah, it's a bloody good album, isn't it? I mean, really, really, really good. Living a Lie, My Blood, obviously Joe's Got a Gun, absolutely terrific. I just thought I loved the buzz guitar. I think it added so much light and shade to this album that it was just, a thoroughly good good listen. And yeah, probably one of, we talk about some of the albums this year, and previous years we've gone, album of the year is going to be tough, and we're halfway through it, and even now, there's like 10 albums vying for my favourite album of the year, and this is up there for sure. I thought it was absolutely terrific, thoroughly enjoyable. I loved the light and dark on it. I thought it was terrific. Really immersive, absolutely top album. Now, will it get into our Hall of Fame? I'm detecting good positive vibes here. Maybe it get into our Golden Halls. Who knows? Crazy. It might even become a legend if it's got to get more than 4.6. And if it does become a legend, we'd have to kick somebody else out because there can only be 15 albums that have legendary status. Let's find out.
Just before we jump to the votes, I think this has to have a vote for the best song title of the year, which is "Love Is a Dog from Hell." It's just brilliant. Again, listen to the song is brilliant, but the title, I just thought that made me grin. It was brilliant.
If it does, it'll only last a month because you don't know what's coming. Because there's an album coming next month that will absolutely blow that away. Totally blow that away. Totally.
Challenge accepted.
You wait. We have Volbeat coming next month.
Okay, yeah, done.
So, right, let's start then. Trish.
It's 5.
5. Fantastic. Lauren.
Oh, I wish I could give it more, but alas, we are restricted. It's a 5.
I'm also going to throw my hat into the ring with another 5. Chris.
I'm going to ruin it now. I'm only going to give it a 4.
Ruined it. Andy.
I'm going to middle of the road it and give it a 4.5.
Ooh, middle of the road it. Fantastic. Now, Paul.
Like the middle of the road.
Paul, the situation is this, Paul. If you were to give this album a 5, it would become the highest rated album of the year and the joint highest rated album of all time. A 4.5 would put it as a joint album of the year and our joint second favourite album of all time. Anything below that, well, we don't really care. But a 4 or more is going to give it a legendary status. But there we go. Paul, give it a 5. Let's finish it off. Let's get the biggest highly rated album of the year so far, eh? Come on. Throw your hat in the ring.
I can't, can I? Yeah, I said this is not a perfect album. So I give it a 4.5.
A 4.5! Woo! I mean, it still gives us an impressive 4.8 because guess what, Chris Cully? We lose another one of your scores. Out the window, we're going to drop your 4.
Absolutely.
Gives it a 4.8. Gives her a Hall of Fame. Gets her a golden Hall, and more. It now elevates it to legendary status. It is in our top 15 albums of all time, which basically means we're going to have to drop one. We're dropping an album from that famous thing. So you guys are going to have to select between Kick Hunter, Struts, Visions of Atlantis, Daughtry, or Fame on Fire. Lauren, I know one of the albums it wouldn't be, but we'll start with you then. Which if it's a tie, I get the casting vote. There we go. Lauren, what have you voted for? What's leaving legendary status in the MPJ?
So having had a quick blast through and a quick listen, for me, it's going to be the Struts. It didn't quite live up to everything else for me.
Okay. Chris?
I am kicking out the Struts as well. Pretty Viscous has got to go.
Outrageous. Trish?
Visions of Atlantis.
Sacre bleu. Paul?
Visions of Atlantis.
Andy? You value your life.
I'm gonna dodge this because if I go for the other one, then that goes. Unless you vote it, you've got to decide to vote, I guess. So if you wanted it, so I'm gonna go for Kick Hunter just because then it's on Nigel. There you go, and I've got no responsibility.
Andy, I love it. Don't you guess his own medicine?
I've got to say, at least it's Armada that's being voted for and not Pirate. But anyway.
Oh, so I've got to decide, haven't I? I've got to decide. I've got to decide between the Struts and Visions of Atlantis. Well, I mean, that's right. I was going to vote Kick Hunter, but
Three-way tie.
But I can't.
And then you've got a three-way tie.
You do.
And then you've got to decide a vote. So there you go.
Yeah, I do. It's going to be Kick Hunter. That's going out of those three. But Struts is my all-time favourite. One of my all-time favourite indie ones, and it's my Visions of Atlantis all-time favourite band. You guys are just going to keep happening, isn't it? It's going to be like, just stick it in tonight. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So it's goodbye to Kick Hunter. But thank you very much. Well, you're still in our top 16 albums, but there we go. So there we go. But I've just realised that the winner.
Another album, Nige.
You what? Sorry.
If it comes to another album, you'll have an even tougher choice because Back in Black is good.
Well, no, because Beyond the Black can't go because it's one album of the year, and I'm actually going to put in. The Visions. I'm going to, as you voted for, I will put in the winner of the which was Visions. So I think if you win album of the year, it's got to be a legendary status. So I will be swapping that around a little bit. Anyway. So it's got a green card. Beyond the Black, it can't ever be kicked out, and I will also be putting the previous winner as well in as a legendary album. But because I can make the rules up, can you sound like that? So anyway, ultimately though, Amazon's as our joint favourite album of the year so far, with an amazing 4.8. It's our joint second favourite album of all time, which is amazing. Still no album has ever got the famous 5 5s. Will that ever happen? Who knows? If it does, it's going to be an absolute stonker. In the meantime, do you agree? Do you disagree? Please hit the like and subscribe button. Let us know your thoughts. Do you agree with us that this is a stonker of an album? Please go and check it out. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now. Thank you to my crew, to Andy, to Trish, to Paul, to Lauren and to Chris. Goodbye. Keep on rocking.
Bye-bye.